So for both of you, when you want to write that song and you want to get into your mode, how do you do it? How do you block the outside world and tune out and tune in? How do you get that done?
I think touching on the social media part of it, I think it's become harder to get recognised because of lockdown as well. You know, with the social media, you know, there's so many people putting stuff on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook now, and doing live streams, and you know, this platform has all of a sudden just become massive from people because no one's else got anything to do. So it's become harder in that aspect. But yeah, I think just sort of, again, it's sort of helped, you know, be isolated because you have to isolate from the world at the minute, you know, in your bubble. And I know there's times where, you know, on a Saturday, I'd probably have been going out at 9 o'clock or doing a gig or meeting people when now you're stuck with all these feelings and right, what can I do? And, you know, you channel it out in a song. But I think that'll be a hard transition. And I don't know about Shannon as well, because I do a lot of my writing now because of what we've gone through it in the evening. You know, there's not a lot to do. You'd be going out, you'd be meeting people, this and that. And now it's just sort of, you know, you need to find another way to do it. But I think as well, you know, when we're back to normal life as well, there'll be a little bit more to write about and new experiences and different things that you go through. But I think you just got to be relaxed with it and, you know, just designate a time where, right, I'm going to relax now. I'm going to let it come naturally. And that's when I think the best sort of material comes as well. Because if you're stressed and you really want to push and write a song, it's not going to come out as well as it would be if you're, you know, relaxed or vulnerable and, you know, in your emotions sort of thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely need to feel relaxed in order to have the best writing come out. But at the same time, if I kind of sit down and dedicate time to writing, I don't get the best writing from that. I sometimes think I get the best writing from just when it randomly hits me, like whether that's an emotion or an experience I've gone through. I might have not have planned to write that day, but because I felt something that day, I had all these lyrics pop into my head that I had to write down. And I'm like, right, this is it. This is my calling for a song. And it's randomly hit me, but it's got to happen now or it will go away. So I think for me, it does happen randomly. I mean, there are times where I dedicate to try and write songs, but they may not be as good as when it when it comes in at a random time. But yeah, I think. But despite all of that, like all of the times I do feel relaxed and in the zone, even though it might have been about a different emotion. Like once I've overcome that and I really think about it and why I felt like that, I feel like I'm in a really concentrated state and I can fully be myself, if that makes sense.